Rocket Arena is one of the games available for free along with your PlayStation Plus subscription for the month of December 2020. It's a 3 vs 3 multiplayer shooter and was released in July earlier this year and was published by Electronic Arts. It was a debut game by developer Final Strike Games and received mixed to positive reviews. The game has been having a dwindling player base recently, but being available through PlayStation Plus almost always at least temporarily boosts the number of players. I thought the game looked interesting and decided to spend a couple of hours with it. These are my initial impressions of the game so far. Hopefully it will help you decide if it's a game worth investing some time in.
Nearing victory.
At first glance, it looks like another arena hero shooter, but there are some gimmicky mechanics at play here. For starters, there is no traditional health meter. Instead, you shoot your opponents to increase their blast meter. The more damage you sustain, the farther you are pushed with each hit, and if you're pushed too far away from the arena in any direction, you get KO'd, not unlike a platform fighter. Another mechanic borrowed from that genre is the dodge that can be used on the ground and in mid-air in any direction. Mobility is also in focus. All 12 characters have a triple jump, and many of them also have other mechanics to help them stay in the air for a prolonged duration. Every character fires some sort of rocket-like projectile as their primary fire. You also have a special ability and a secondary ability that are both on cooldown. These vary greatly from character to character. Mistine can create a doppelganger. Top Notch locks onto his enemies and fires a homing rocket. Icelle can launch against her enemies with her Jackpot charge ability. And Plink throws a skedaddle device that he can teleport to, just to name a few. The different game modes include the developer's take on deathmatch and control mode that doesn't differ too much from what you've played before in other similar games.
Mega rocket captured.
The treasure hunt and rocket ball modes felt kind of fresh though. I instantly got impressed by the slick animations and varied character designs. We've seen this cartoony style in other games, but in my opinion all playable characters show a lot of personality. The formula isn't entirely unique, but in the visual department, Rocket Arena succeeds in establishing its own identity. The game feels really good to play too. There's the right amount of aim assist, and the bumper jumper controller setup is the default setting. All the main weapons in the game are projectile-based rather than hit scan, which means the rockets have a travel speed and don't hit the moment you press the trigger, like for example an assault rifle in a military shooter. I really enjoy this type of combat that challenges you to anticipate where your opponents will be positioned by the time your shot reaches them. That, combined with emphasis on vertical movement, makes the shootout in Rocket Arena stand out at least a bit. Only 3 abilities for each character, one being the primary fire, can feel a bit underwhelming. It makes it easy to jump between characters without having to spend hours in training mode, but after a while the gameplay can feel a bit shallow. However, with my relatively limited time with the game, I'm not in a position to deliver a final verdict on this. I'm confident you can find many ways the characters' different abilities synergize with each other, especially if you're in a team with 2 friends. You can also equip your characters with different artifacts to make them better suit your playstyle. You unlock artifacts by simply leveling up.
Opponent ball.
I do have more positive things to say, which I'll get to in a bit, but I also have to mention why I think the game didn't really hit it off. This is the type of game we have come to expect to be a free-to-play title with optional microtransactions. The initial $30 price tag might have been too big of a hurdle to overcome for people interested in the game. I also mentioned the blast meter mechanic, which makes the players be pushed farther away the more they are damaged. However, if you hit an opponent whose blast meter has reached a certain threshold, you'll get the so-called Mega Blast that launches them out of the arena for a KO regardless of their position on the map. This can make the game feel more like a traditional shooter rather than one with a unique mechanic for getting kills. All in all, Rocket Arena might not contain enough fresh content for players to give up playing another similar game like Overwatch.
Opponent ball.
With that being said, there are several cosmetic options to unlock with in-game money, and there is also a season pass available with even more rewards, as well as daily and weekly challenges. It remains to be seen if the game going free on PlayStation Plus is enough to revitalize the player base.
Chest drop. Opponent treasure chest.
Personally, I really like the game. It's got a fast pace, colorful characters, and just some overall nice attention to detail. Like for example the way you don't actually respawn, you just get knocked out above the map and land right back on it.
Treasure round.
Or the tone that plays when you hit an opponent that plays higher and higher the more damage you rack up. It's enough here to want me to jump back in, and the only thing I'm not sure of yet is for how long I will feel that way. If you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber and enjoy multiplayer arena shooters, you should definitely give the game a try.
Capture the Mega Rocket.
These were my first impressions of Rocket Arena. You're more than welcome to let me know what you think of the game in the comments down below. If you want to see more Rocket Arena content, I would of course like to know that as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Coming Clean, and I will see you next time. Take care!